Guys, my name is Jessica. I'm a self-taught fashion designer based in Nigeria, and I'm your host on this channel, Jess Signatures. In today's video, we're going to be doing a very quick one, a very simple tutorial, and it's just the basic bodice pattern, the basic bodice block, whatever you call it. A basic bodice pattern is basically the beginning of every sewing tutorial, of every garment you're making. Whatever garment you want to make, you have to start from your basic bodice. And so I thought it wise that it should be the first thing I post on my channel, because whatever we're going to do, we'll have to start from there. So if this is what you'll be interested in watching, if this is a journey you'll be interested to go with me, then please stay tuned. Before we get into the video, have you subscribed? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. It will not cost you a thing. It's just that red subscribe button down below. Click on it and just subscribe. It's as easy as that. Then click on your notification bell, just that bell icon close to the subscribe button, and then you'll be notified whenever I post any new video. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing you do is take your shoulder measurement and then come down by 1 inch for your shoulder slope. The next thing that you're going to do is to take your shoulder to bust measurement. Mine is 10 inches. I initially did 10.5 for a reason, but I changed it to 10 inches. Then shoulder to waist, and then your waist to hip. Waist to hip is usually between 6 to 9 inches. So I used 9 inches for my own. And then I just basically connecting the lines so I could have a straight line. That's all what I'm doing here. And so after that, I labeled it my bust line, my waistline, and my hip line. Then the next thing to do is to connect that shoulder line. So I'm measuring another 8 inches so I could have a straight line and measure. Now I've connected the line. I'll take the middle point of the line, which will give me 4.5, and then I come in by 1/4 of an inch or 1 inch depending on the bust size. And now I'm measuring my bust measurement and connecting the armhole measurement for front and back. The front is the deeper one while the back is the shallow one. Then I'm imputing my waist measurement plus 1 inch for that, just that, for plus 1 inch for that, no seam allowance, and then the hip measurement also. Now I'm connecting the lines together. After connecting the line, all you need to do is to insert your dart measurement. Now I'm inserting my dart measurement, which is my nipple to nipple measurement divided by 2, 4.5. And then I'm connecting the line from my bust point to my hip. I'm connecting the lines, and then that 1 inch that we kept for that, we need to take it in now, which is ½ inch on both sides, and then connect the you come down 1 inch from your bust line and up by 2 inch before the hip line, and then connect the lines together. And that's basically it for the front block. Then cut it out. After cutting it out, I want to cut the back, so I'm just drawing a straight line because that other part have been used, so I need a straight line. And then I'll put my zip allowance, which is 1 inch. I'm using 1 inch. You can use whatever number you want to use, because this is a pattern paper. That's why I use just 1 inch. If I'm making a dress or a top, I'll decide the amount I need. And then the next thing to do is to put the front block on the back, because we are basically having almost the same thing. The difference is the armhole, the neckline, and the zip allowance. Then the dart also, I'll tell you as soon as I get there. So now I'm cutting off the shoulder slope from the two of them. What I'm doing here is marking the point where the bust and the waistline is, so I can connect it on the back. So now the next thing I want to do is the neck design. You can decide the neck design, but since this is a basic block, I'm just doing a basic round neck design. 3 inches depth and 3 inches width, while the back depth is 1 inch. And then I'll cut it out. After trimming the back neckline, I'll trim off the excess from the excess paper that I didn't need again. So after trimming the excess paper, I take off the front from the back and then connect the lines on the back block, because we need the lines to make our dart. Now you do the same thing that you did on the front, 4.5 inches. The only difference is the back dart will be starting from the bust line on the back. If you have an upper chest measurement different from your bust measurement, you start 1 inch below the upper chest. But because my armhole measurement and my bust line is the same, that's why I'm doing it directly from the bust line on the back. So you just basically do the same thing. Sorry, the paper was up. I didn't notice it was obstructing what I was doing on time, but then you get the gist. It's the same thing we did on the front. The only difference is the that is starting from the bust line, while the front one is below 1 inch below the bust line. Now I want to eliminate zip bulge, so I'm going in by 1/4 of an inch, 0.75. You can do 1 inch, depends on what you're making and who is wearing it. Because the back is not straight, I'm using the curved part of my ruler to connect it to my bust line and down almost to my hip line to eliminate the bulge that will be there. If you want me to do an extensive video on eliminating zip bulge, please leave that in the comment section below. And with this done, we have to cut out the neckline for the front and the armhole, and we are done with the basic block pattern for both the front and the back. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section down below. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe. Turn off the notification bell so if I post a new video, you will be the first to know. Thank you.